Oh, but first they had this game in Columbia. DeMarcus Cousins, nice move on the baseline. He had 27 points, 12 boards. Kentucky up 3. But here comes Devin Downey. Devin Downey, check out the move to finish lefty. South Carolina within 3 at the half. He said, let's be honest, no one gave us a chance. Second half, South Carolina down 1. Downey, 5'9". He was an all-SEC player last year, honorable mention All-America. South Carolina up 2, but here comes John Wall, the fabulous freshman. Kentucky within 1. Then Kentucky down 1. Wall, Joker, and a triple. 14-3 run for Kentucky. Cats up 2 at that point. Under 5 minutes left, 51 apiece. Off the inbounds play. Downey, bucket and the foul. Almost left for the NBA draft last year. Decided to come back to South Carolina. Put South Carolina up 3 there. Downey again. Started at Cincinnati, transferred to South Carolina. They were glad to get him. Look at that move high off the glass. And South Carolina up 4. Just over a minute left. Kentucky down 4. Wall looking for the response. Look at him get up the court, but Austin Steed meets him at the bucket. Wall just 6 of 16 from the floor. 40 seconds to go now. Kentucky down 4. They're going to go back to Wall. Works that time, bucket and the foul. Wall would make the free throw. Kentucky within 1, 19 for Wall. After South Carolina free throws, Kentucky down 3. Wall can't handle the pass from Eric Bledsoe. Ball out of bounds. And South Carolina with icing with free throws. 30 for Downey. South Carolina first ever win versus a #1 team. The party's on in Columbia. Just as much as a rival, even though the Spartans have owned the Wolverines, winning 16 of the last 19 against them. Spartans fired up for another trip to Chrysler Arena. Jalen Rose in the house. Kalen Lucas hits Laval Lucas Perry with his elbow. Lucas called for the offensive foul. Spartans trail by 2 at the half. Deshaun Sims, 3 ball. He had 19. Jalen digging that. Wolverines up 2. Under 30 seconds to go. Michigan State down 1. Lucas double team. Gets kicked in the head by Manny Harris. He'd stay down on the floor, but then Tom Izzo said he called this play against Michigan's 1-3-1 zone. Got free, knocked down the jumper. Big basket for Lucas. Jalen, not so happy to see that one. Steve Lavin breaking it down.
A well-devised and gutsy call by Tom Izzo on Michigan State's final possession. He took Kalen Lucas off the basketball, let him work without the ball to free himself, and got the catch and one bounce mid-range jumper, the dagger, into Michigan.
Izzo said we went to our go-to guy. So now one last chance for Michigan. They go to Sims. Off balance, can't get that to fall. Take another look at it. One official left the game with a back injury, so there are only 2 officials working at this point. John Beilein said I probably should have questioned it. Maybe the third guy would have seen more, but he wasn't there. Jalen watches his team go down 57-56.
Well, defending champion North Carolina out of the rankings for the first time since January of 06. Tar Heels at NC State. That was Ed Davis back from the ankle injury that kept him out of the last game around Tracy Smith. And then off the Marcus Ginyard miss. Davis, 12 points, 9 rebounds. Carolina was +4 at the half. Javi Gonzalez right before the half steals the pass that Davis was trying to make, hits the 3, cutting the Carolina lead to 3. And Gonzalez, 15 of his 19 points as we're now in the second half in a 4.5-minute span off the offensive board there. State up 5. Dexter Strickland, though, he said we played our behinds off afterwards. He had 14. Carolina up. Carolina hungry. Fighting for that ball. Travis Ware to Strickland. UNC +6. They held the Wolfpack scoreless for more than 8 minutes in the second half. Lead by as many as 17. Deon Thompson, coast to coast. And then Strickland going to finish the highlight with the 3. UNC's first road win this season. They get off the schneid after losing 3 straight. Win 77-6. 9th-ranked West Virginia on the road at DePaul, who's lost 19 straight against ranked opponents. Deshaun Butler. Some is good, more is better. It's 6-0. How about 20-4 after Wellington Smith hits the 3? Butler and Smith each with 14. West Virginia 6 of 13 from 3. DePaul, it's its home court, 4 of 17 from 3. Oh, Chris Faber throws the elbow at Butler. Take another look. Faber was ejected. Butler stayed in the game. West Virginia stayed up. Big. Devin Ebanks! West Virginia, 62 46.
Big 12, number 13, Kansas State's already beaten Texas. They got a date with Kansas on Saturday, but they couldn't afford to look past Baylor. Jacob Pullen struggling in his last 2 games, but not in this one. 6 for 7 on threes. Kansas State up 4. Next possession, though, here comes Tweety Carter. Said his grandma gave him that name because of how he sounded when he cried when he was a baby. He made K-State cry on Tuesday. He had 23 points. Then Pullen gets stripped. Baylor going the other way. Carter feeds Lace Darius Dunn for the layup. Goaltending called on Curtis Kelly there, so the game tied at 74. Next possession, Pullen gets trapped in the corner, but Dunn fouls him. Scott Drew's like, are you kidding me? Pullen made the first free throw, and then here's the second one. Got that one too, so K-State's up 2-25 for Pullen in the game. Dunn and Baylor with the last chance, 8 seconds to go. Dunn nearly loses the ball, able to spin out of trouble, puts up a jumper, but no good. Nice move, but not able to finish. Got a good look. Frank Martin digging it. Kansas State wins. So now bring on the Jayhawks. Streak. They beat North Carolina. They started that win streak with a win over BC, but that's DeMontez Stitt. He's in street clothes. Raheem Saunders and Corey Raji in their uniforms. And that's Raji putting it down. His older brother, B.J. Raji, a star on the BC football team. BC up 17 at the half. They handled Clemson's press all night. Second half, BC up 7. Tyler Roach to Raji. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and BC up 9. Under 7 to go. Still a 9-point game, and BC trying to put it away. Biko Paris finds Roach for 3. Tigers are slumping. They've lost 3 in a row. BC knocks them off 75-69. Big East, that's Villanova. Wildcats have never been 19-1, but a win over Notre Dame gives them their best 20-game start ever. Corey Fisher takes it all the way to the up and under bucket. And then later in the half, Villanova student radio, Neil.
Yeah?
Now to Waynes. He's going to go quickly the other way. He's going to drive. Gets to Pena, who throws it down and is fouled.
All right. Still first half, Notre Dame trailing by 8. Luke Harangody, bucket in the foul, 16.7 rebounds in the first half for the big man. Notre Dame would trail by 1 at the half. Second half, Villanova up by 5 in transition. Fisher with the pump fake, bucket and the foul. Look at that move. He had 17 points, 5 assists. Villanova up 8. Later in the half, Taylor King, bang, bang, bang. Nova up by 10. And then under 3 minutes left, how good is Scotty Reynolds? This is how good Scotty Reynolds is. Look at him penetrate and finish. 17 points for him. Nova, 19-1, 8-0 in the Big East. They win at 90-72.
14th ranked Tennessee hosting 23rd ranked Vanderbilt. Commodores have lost the last 4 games on the Vols' home court, and we're down 4 at the half. Second half, J.P. Prince into the lane, threw his arms out, hit Andre Walker in the face, and then talked smack. So Walker got the foul. Both fellas get technicals. Resulted after the mug shot there. And Steve Lavin referred to Coach Pearl's jacket as Century 21 colored. Prince. Back door open, he steps on in. Now he gets a technical for hanging on the rim, but that's called a Class B technical. So he's not ejected for getting 2 technicals. You learn something new every day. Prince team high 22 points. Vanderbilt going to rally behind senior guard Jermaine Beal. They're down 5. Beal makes it 2. Vandy now plus 8. Beal. Woo! Vanderbilt 8 of 14 from 3. 57%. Beal, 4-3 of the game, finishes with a game-high 25. Vanderbilt, 85-76. Coach Stallings calling Beal a nice security blanket. Vandy at Kentucky Saturday on ESPN.
You got Jermaine, I got Jameen, as in Peterson and Providence, taking on UConn, which beat Texas on Saturday, and they were throwing it up to put it down. Sherrod Curry throwing it up for Peterson with a 2-handed jam. And then how about the 2-handed putback as a part of their dunk show? Duke Monday misses, but there's Peterson for the big finish. The Friars tie the game at 31. And then Peterson going to increase the degree of difficulty now. How about the one-hand putback? Oh, nasty. Providence up 55-50, and then how about the baseline tomahawk in transition? Oh. Bilal Dixon with the feed. Peterson with the finish. He had 23 points, 14 rebounds. And they're storming the floor in Providence. They beat the Huskies.
Top plays, kind of an appetizer. Here's your full meal. Deeds! What's up? Charlotte hosting 15th ranked Temple. Dario Green, 26 points. Charlotte's first lead of the game comes at 50-49. Temple still down 1. Ramon Morris, shot blocked by Chris Braswell. Charlotte going to break, and this is great when you see a guy make a block, hustle back down like the big fella right there, and he gets rewarded for the effort. Charlotte up 3, now up 5. DeJuan Harris. Braswell, that was your top play right there. Up 7. Temple now down 9. Green getting it done. They're going to rush Halton Arena. Coach Lutz.
This is for Florida State on Wednesday. Early second half, Duke up 7. Solomon Alabi goes for the putback and gets fouled, and Miles Plumlee comes out of this one bleeding from his dome. Plumlee caught an elbow from Alabi.
Oh.
Got 5 staples to close the one. Alabi, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Kyle Singler open for 3. That's what happens when he's open for 3. He had 20 points in the game, 12 in the second half. He said, we just had to grind this one out. Nolan Smith kicking it out to John Shire. He had 22 points. Duke up 6 at that point, and then in transition, Blue Devils running it away. They shot 43%. That's not great, but Florida State came in with the country's top field goal percentage defense. Duke wins it. They head to Georgetown on Saturday. Texas trying to rebound for 2 straight losses, in which they combined for 37 turnovers, but they hope to make Texas Tech their 14th straight victim at home. Texas coach Rick Barnes says, I don't think I did a good enough job of talking about when you become the #1 team in the country, you are under attack. John Calipari, like, I feel you. What about Pat Knight and the Red Raiders? How would they attack Texas? Well, from long range. John Roberson for 3. Mike Singletary getting in on the act. He drains the triple, then Roberson open for 3 more. You know, Texas gave up as many as 8 threes in a game this season. Texas Tech had 8 in the first half, 8 for 13. They led by 3 at the half, but there's Justin Mason with the steal. Doge Balbay gets up to put it down. Mason had 18, Balbay had 13. Those aren't guys that Texas counts on all the time. Damian James is. He had 28 and 13, 48th career double-double. That's a Big 12 record. Horns, hook 'em.
Holster's going to recognize the Cougars if they win at the pit. New Mexico beat BYU by 19 on this court last season. Steve Alford, nice jacket and tie. 3-0 against ranked teams this season. Man, you got to be confident to wear that. Ramon Martinez, confident. Lobos up 3. We're in the second half. Nate Garth, fast break. Will Brown, get down. Take another look. Garth dances with it, and Brown finishes it.
They wear gray, too. So, I mean, he could have gone with a nice gray there.
It looks sharp, man. BYU down 1, under 4 minutes. Jimmer Fredette, how good is this guy? Hits the long 3, but Darius Gary was the best player on the court, 6 of 10 from the field, career high 25, 9 in the final 90 seconds. Fredette, 8 of 21, he had 27. BYU's down 3, now down 4. Not the first team in the country with 20 wins will not get 21. Jackson Emery misses. New Mexico wins 76-72. Alford afterwards. We have our swagger back.
16, Wisconsin taking on number 12, Purdue. The Boilers' Juwan Johnson picked a bad time to be late for a game, so Matt Painter took him out of the starting lineup. Keaton Nankerville on fire, knocking down threes. Cuts the lead to 4 right there, and then Nankerville one more time. Put the Badgers on top by 1, 7 of 8 from three-point lane. He finished with 25 points. So now it came down to this. 30 seconds remaining. Etwan Moore in the lane. Got it. He had 20 points. Purdue back on top by 1. 10 seconds to go now. And Bo Ryan decides to go with Trayvon Hughes. His jumper doesn't even come close. Might have been a no call on a foul. Ball goes out of bounds to Wisconsin. Ryan didn't think twice about going back to Hughes instead of Nankerville, even though Nankerville seemed to have the hot hand. Hughes can't hit. Juwan Johnson, he gets the rebound. Better late than never. He had 14 points. Purdue wins at 60-57. ACC now. Gani Lawal and number 22 Georgia Tech hosting Wake Forest. First half, game tied at 22. Eamon Shumpert, 3 ball. Bang, 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 and Georgia Tech up 3. Second half, Jackets up 5. It's Shumpert going crossover to the 3 ball this time. Oh, can I see that again, please? Shumpert puts Ishmael Smith on the ground with a crossover. He had 11. Georgia Tech up 8. They were 6 for 10 on threes. Then Lawal down low. Jackets shot 54%. Lawal had 14. Georgia Tech up 10. Then Mafou Udofia with a strip. And the big bucket, Georgia Tech wins it by 21. Paul Hewitt said, I'm not sure we can play much better than that.
Good Charlottesville. What a finish between Virginia and Virginia Tech. Tony Bennett's club going to take a 10-point lead in the second half when Mike Scott hits that three. He had a team-high 21. We go final 3 minutes. Virginia Tech down 8. Malcolm Delaney. He had 27. It's a 6-point game. Now 4. Dorenzo Hudson. 3 for 3 from 3. It's a 1-point game. 45 seconds left. Hokies still down 1. J.T. Thompson. Off the glass. Part of a 13-0 run. Virginia Tech. Now up 3. Take care of Sammy.
Landisberg gave it up. Zaglitsky 3 in the tie. Wow! You buried it with 1.3 left. And we're going overtime. It's Charlottesville.
Sammy Zaglitsky saving Virginia for the time being, because in overtime, Delaney. Hokies up 2. And then Thompson again. Going to go jump hook off the glass. Hokies are going to win at 76-71. Coach Greenberg's club with the late run, and they leave town with the win. West Coast Conference thriller. Mark Few's Gonzaga Bulldogs, 8th ranked at Santa Clara. They've won 26 straight against conference opponents. But here Troy Payne is bringing the pain and the foul. Broncos up 14 after the free throw. Now Gonzaga down 9. Elias Harris, this kid's been playing like a man possessed. Two-handed slam. It's a 7-point game. Now a 4-point game. Stephen Gray, he had 19. It's a 1-point game. Still 1. 4 minutes to play. Harris, another 3. No. Tip in, yes. Bulldogs take the lead. And America's team goes on a 12-0 run in the final 5:52 to avoid the upset and win it 71-64.
And St. John's 1-14 in their last 15 Big East road games in Pittsburgh Thursday night. Good luck. Anthony Mason Jr. Yes, that is Mason's kid, the old Nick. He put St. John's up 3. Looks just like that. Later in the half, Dwight Hardy nails a 3. St. John's up 5, but Robert said it's the Big East. No lead is safe, and, well, the coach knew what he was talking about. Panthers come roaring back. Brad Wanamaker, Joker, and a triple. Pittsburgh down by just 1. Gary McGee will jump hook. Pittsburgh up 3. Just over 8 minutes left. They've got a 5-point lead now. Wanamaker, he had 16. Pittsburgh up 7. They put it away with a 9-1 run to close the game. Gilbert Brown to McGee for the big slam. McGee had 10. Pittsburgh wins at 63-53. They were 21 of 24 at the line.
South Florida looking to win consecutive Big East games for the first time in school history. Bulls hosting Seton Hall. That's Dominique Jones, went for 46 in that overtime win over Providence Saturday. Are we going overtime here? Jones can't hit that. Chris Howard can't hit that. Yes, we are going to overtime. Final 20 seconds. South Florida up 2. They've got the ball. Anthony Crater. Oh, dude, you just stepped out of bounds. So the ball going to go to Seton Hall, and Stan Heath, pregame Neil not agreeing with him right there. Herb Pope fouled with 7 seconds to go. He's a 43% free throw shooter this season. Made the first, so the odds are he's going to miss the second. And he did. Jared Famous, the rebound, and he's fouled with 5 seconds to go. Hits the first, misses the second. Seton Hall, one more chance. Oh, they played kickball with it. South Florida, 76-74.
There's a log jam immediately behind them, though, so a win over Arizona State would give the Bears some breathing room. Jerome Randall ready for action. So is Rihards Kuksic. Look at him throw it down. Arizona State down 4. Just over 3 minutes to play. Cal's up 1. Jorge Gutierrez. Yes, sir. And Cal up 4. 2 minutes to play now. Still a 4-point game. Patrick Christopher, he had 19. Jamal Boykin with a career-high 25. Cal gets to 6-2 as they take it 78-7.
Hey, there's Luke. How you doing, Coach? Hosting Stanford. They're both chasing Cal.
I don't think he can answer you.
Sometimes I wish that was the same from you. Jamel Horn to Derek Williams, Arizona up 11. Nick Wise to Kyle Fogg. He had 15, Arizona up 8. And then Wise to Williams, dunk. Williams, 16 of his 23 in the second half. And Arizona makes the former coach smile. They beat Stanford 76-68.